This is James again, and we're back with another Masking Tape Treasures. First and foremost, I'd like you to subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. Today we won't be making anything because y'all see where I'm at the gig at work. Okay, and I worked last night. I got off at 10 something and had to be back here. I had to get up at 4 o'clock this morning. So to get ready so I can get here at 6. So it was impossible for me to make a video last night. But I got a story for y'all. This is yeah. Long time ago in the valley, there was a set called the Cannons. The Cannons. And they were affiliated with our gang. Okay? So there was just a set that was that. But they were pickpockets. They were very good pickpockets. So this guy, it was a lot of them. It was like about 10 of them, 10. It could have been more. I didn't really check to see about that set that was out. But the Cannons, they always were fly. They were dressed with suits on and stuff like that. But they would have their arms crossed, and with this hand, they would get in your pocket and stuff like that. Or they have a long trench coat and have a hole in the pocket where they can reach out. And go in your pocket. And then when you look back, they have their hands in their pocket like we ain't did nothing, So they used to mostly frequent the L trains, those elevated things with the train on top that drive, passengers and stuff like that. They used to frequent those. They used to frequent the IC train, the Intercontinental train, and everything. And they used to go out of town. Go to Indianapolis, go to Florida and everything. They used to go out of town. And then they come back and they say, I bust a stain. Busting a stain on somebody. When they bust a stain on people, that means they got the money, So they would come back with loads of money, wads of money and stuff like that. So at one point, I wanted to be one of them. So I started trying to check on that set, but then it wasn't good. I'm glad I didn't, too. But anyway, these guys used to go and rob people. I wouldn't even call it robbery, I guess. They used to steal stuff. They go, and then, and they all talk like a funny talk. Like, yeah, man, man, cool, it's cool, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? On the stipulations, on the jubilations of this and that, they be talking like that. But they were cool, though. They were cool. That's what I thought. So they kept doing this stuff, and then a couple of them got caught, but they would get out some way. But they would do pickpocket stings everywhere. They would go to casinos and do all types of stuff like that. So then one day, I was a kid then. I was about 14, So this guy came to us. He said, "Hey man, look here, y'all want to make some money?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, shoot, yeah, yeah." He said, "Okay, come here. All you got to do." He gave us some food stamps. He had food stamps. He said, "Take these food stamps and go in the store and buy some baby juice in little glass jars like this." It was juice. And say, "Is that all? That's all we got to do?" Say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Go out there and buy some juice, you know what I'm saying? Then bring it back. And then get rid of all the juice and just give us the bottles." So we all went in the store and each one of us bought a big case of those juice, because for some reason now I know why. Because they were buying them at first and until they got wind of them, so they wouldn't sell them to like that. And they wouldn't sell them in big, if you tried to buy a couple of cases, they would stop you. They wouldn't let you buy them. So they had to send kids in there to buy them. So we went in there, bought them, and we went to the park and we were just drinking these juices. Just chugging these juices. They little bit juices. So we got full off of juice. Some of it was prune juice too. So you know what happened to us later on. But we got the juice bottles empty, and we poured some out because it was just too much for us to drink. And he gave us like $20 a piece, But this is what they were doing to them. You know what they drink nowadays? Syrup. Or whatever they call it. They call it, I don't know what they call it nowadays. But they mixed, they used to mix a drink, orange drink or something with it, or put Jolly Ranchers in there and stuff like that. They did something, but this was a codeine and Robitussin. So they would fill these bottles up with that, and then they used to put 2 codeine tablets on the side, tape it to the side. So I guess you're supposed to take the codeine and then drink the Robitussin. It's crazy, man. How can you put that in your body? But anyway, after that, we start doing it regularly. We start just going, or we would go in the store like like Walgreens or something. Go in there and buy Robitussin for them. And then they would sell it. They would pour about that much in the bottle. Like the bottle was this big, they poured half of the bottle. And they was making money from this. They was really selling it. Now it's like way out there now. They selling it real bad. But they didn't mix anything with this Robitussin. It was Robitussin and 2 codeine tablets stuck to the side with tape. So apparently the cannons start drinking this syrup, and it made them nod. They be just out of it. So it got to the point all of them was on it, and that was their demise, really, because when they drank that, they really got slow. and trying to go in your pocket like that. They could look like one of them. When I was younger, he said, "Hey, shawty, let me show you what's going on here." You know what I'm saying? So he started talking to me and then moving his hands around. See, the thing is, they would distract you by doing something, and the other hand be in your pockets and stuff. So I was aware of what he was trying to do. So I was making sure that everything was still in my pockets. He said, "Man, give me five, man, give me five." He's shaking my hand and stuff and patting my back and talking to me and touching me when he talked. And I'm looking every time he tried to touch me to see if he'd taken something. So he didn't take nothing. So then I looked. He got my watch. He got my watch. That's how good they used to be. He got my watch off my wrist without me knowing. So he gave it back to me. Said, "Here, man, here you go, here you go." So I said, "Man." So, but then later in life, I think when I was like 15 and a half, going on 16, I used to see them. They were terrible. It was like, and I would say, "Hey, Clarence, what's this? I'm just making up names." One of them named Clarence. I said, "Clarence, what happened to you?" He said, "Nothing, shawty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?" And I wake up, man. What's wrong? All of them were syrup heads. Totally. So they were on that syrup and everything, and then they started all going to jail one by one. Then some of them died from taking that Robitussin, really taking it, and their hearts would stop or something like that. It was terrible, man. Well, needless to say, their whole set was just scratched off the list. Totally scratched off the list. The Cannons. I don't know what that was from. I don't know where the name derived from, but I knew they were called the Cannons. But I feel sorry for them, you know. But they were doing bad, but you can't help but have empathy for another brother to throw their lives down the tubes like that. I don't think it's none left. I tried to check on some of them, you know, from people who are still there. It's a guy that I know that's still there. And I tried to find out whatever happened to them. A lot of them was dead. A lot of them got shot. A lot of them went to jail and then died and stuff like that. So they're all gone though, but I still remember them. The Cannons. Yep. All right. That's it for this segment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. And share. Help me to get my video out to everyone. Okay? All right. Peace. Adios. And salamat.